Assalamualaikum, sir. I am Sufi Nabila. Our group has chosen Tesco as the company that we wanted to create the new innovation service. We choose to implement new service instead of product. Looking at the COVID-19 pandemic that exists nowadays, we want to implement the Tesco Drive Market, which is the service component innovation. The idea of Tesco Drive Market is the customer can shop just by staying in their car. It is more like a drive-through concept where the customer can pick all the items, especially groceries, at the vertical rotating shelf and continue to pay for the item at the counter provided. This idea want to be implemented because now the community need to follow the standard operation procedure or known as SOP, which everyone need to practice on social distancing, so they can enjoy shopping without have to worry being close to other people in crowded places. This concept and idea are more convenient because the customer did not have to carry the things and can easily put all the items they bought straight into their car. They can buy their needs more easily and save their time. This idea also will give each customer to shop within 45 minutes to get their goods. The Tesco Drive Market will make the customer feel safe and enjoy the grocery shopping. Plus, this concept will be the first grocery drive-through, especially in Malaysia. We know that the drive-through service is very popular when it comes to food and beverages industry. When this type of service is performed, it can meet the needs and wants of the customer who are also affected by this pandemic. Moving on to the objective. The objective of this service are to minimize physical contact among humans throughout the pandemic in Malaysia. Number 2 is giving the customer an equal chance to buy their item efficiently by limiting the time to shop. Number 3 is to ensure that none of the customer are in panic buying when similar situations such as COVID-19 happen in the future. And the last one is to increase the customer service speed without have to park and get out of the car. Next, my teammate will explain about the SWOT analysis.
Assalamualaikum, sir. I'm Nurin Sofia binti Rizwan. I'm going to talk about the first half of SWOT analysis. First and foremost, there are many strengths we found at the Tesco Drive Market service. It will be the first drive-through market in Malaysia where there are none of the similar companies or brands that have done such kind of innovation in this country. Besides that, with this kind of service, it automatically follows the Malaysian government rules and guidelines called Standard Operating Procedure SOP during the time of pandemic. For those who strictly follow the SOP, they will likely to buy their products or ingredients at Tesco due to the less of exposure the products get with the human touch, which can reduce bacteria and avoid them being infected by coronavirus disease, COVID-19. Next, the Tesco Drive Market is able to save people's time, as the total time of purchase will be set at 45 minutes per car. By implementing the specific time, we can prevent panic buying from happening, since every section of the aisle takes up around 3 minutes or less, ensuring a smooth flow for drivers in each lane. Before the customer goes into the Tesco Drive Market, they have to make sure they are fully prepared with the list of things they want to buy in order to comply with the 3 minutes rule. This will result to the customers not taking more than what they needed, especially in times of pandemic. Other than that, there will be less labor workers needed for the stores, as this service mostly use machines to handle the customer before and after the purchase, except there are few cashiers at the end of the drive-through store route. Thus, this service enables such efficient workflows compared to other typical stores, since the employees can stock the products more easily and efficiently. In addition, customers does not need to use a trolley to carry around things they want to buy, as they use their own car to enter the market. Therefore, it is easier and more convenient for customers to arrange their groceries in the car, especially for the elderly. Next, As for the weakness of Tesco Drive Market, there are several weaknesses found in this innovation service. Firstly, we found that there are possibilities for it to cause traffic jams. This is because this service requires mobile transportations such as cars to be implemented. As Tesco Drive Market will be located around its own mall area, it could very likely disturb the flow of traffic in Tesco's parking areas. Hence, this is one of the reasons why Tesco Drive Market can only be implemented in Tesco Extra malls. Other than that, customers will not be patient enough to wait and line up in their cars, as it is not fuel efficient. As each transportation can only take up to 45 minutes maximum per purchase, the other customers that have to wait in the line would be wasting their petrol. In addition, as the technology of this innovation is relatively new, it could cause some malfunctions and require constant maintenance. Thus, this would pose a problem if the technology malfunctions during the shopping service, which will slow down the process and trouble the customers. Worst case scenario, the situation could turn into chaos, anger the customers, and ultimately lose customers.
Hello, I'm Farisha. Moving forward towards the opportunity part, this concept of service innovation will attract more customers both domestically and internationally. It is because this idea will be the first drive-through market, especially when it comes to a popular and familiar brand, which is Tesco. Everyone knows Tesco as a well-known plus a trusted brand, especially for grocery shopping. In addition, this new innovation service will also attract the regular customers from the other brands or companies such as Giant Hypermarket, Mydin, and Aeon. The reason why the customers are attracted is because they want to experience and be one of the earliest persons to try the Tesco Drive Market for the first time. If Tesco proceed with this idea, the other opportunity is that there will be no competitors because there are no other retail companies that have done this drive-through service. They still practice the common shopping trend. This concept will make the customer feel more convenient to shop, especially in this pandemic. Tesco can gain more customers that want this type of shopping trend because the community are aware and worried to be in crowded places. Consequently, when Tesco is one of the earliest company that implements this drive-through market idea, Tesco can receive more profit due to the new service. Besides that, the opportunity is getting the media coverage and potentially be viral in every platform. Since this concept will be the first one, especially in Malaysia, it is easy to go viral on social media such as Instagram and Twitter. The media people also want to write and publish this new innovation and reach wider stakeholders. One of the threats that Tesco Drive Market has to experience through is the availability of the negative media coverage. This is due to some of the people who either could not accept a new innovation, do not want to adapt with it, and convince themselves that any innovations will not bring any good benefits to the business or country. Therefore, with a negative impression by some people, it will influence the community in the media, thus increasing the desire to create such negative media coverage. Besides that, it is in the nature of the competition in the industry where other competitors will copy this type of new service. Plus, others inspire innovations in the future might be better than Tesco's innovation since technology evolves from time to time.
Hi and Assalamualaikum, I'm Khadijah Umayyah. So next, I will explain on the strategies. The service that we wanted to invent is suitable with the current situation where the pandemic happens. Hence, the strategies that we focus on are how to market the innovation created for Tesco Extra. The first strategy that we are using is advertising strategies that is based on the Marcom tools. Firstly, we will produce highway billboards where it will be placed around Selangor. This is because people on Selangor mostly tend to buy groceries and everyday essentials that are affordable and low-cost products, as well as align with their buying behavior compared to people in Kuala Lumpur that usually prefer high-quality products with higher prices.
Thus, if we place it around Selangor, we will attract more people to go to Tesco Drive Market around Selangor. Plus, our target market is young adults and elderly, which we will come out with advertisements that are suitable with the target market. In addition, we will also use public relations strategies such as press launching. By using this strategy, it is somehow helping Tesco to promote this new invented service to a mass audience, as this service is surprisingly new to Malaysia. Besides that, word of mouth will be another public relations strategy that we will implement in order to spread the information of this new invented service. Next, we will also advertise our new service invention, which is the Tesco Drive Market, by using traditional media. For instance, we will place advertisements in newspapers such as Berita Harian and The Star, as these two newspaper brands have higher number of readers. We will also advertise the service on Tesco official social media accounts such as Tesco Malaysia on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter. Next, I will be explaining about our Gantt chart. Basically, we will start promoting starting on July 2022 until December 2022. Our service will be launched on November 2022. So first, for online advertising, we will post the service details and all the information to the social media that we use, which are Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, to inform customers and will always be updated from time to time. For this strategy, we will post on July 2022 until December 2022. Meanwhile, we will implement the press launch on the official operation day, which is on November 2022. So when we talk about press launch, there will be media involved for that day to cover the news about our new service. This will help us to promote more our service, as the news will reach a mass audience. Next, for print advertising, Tesco will publish the advertisement in Berita Harian and the Star newspapers, and this will be implemented on November and December 2022. The reason why we choose November and December is because right after the press launch, the news about our service must have been covered on the newspaper and online news. Thus, people who have read the news on newspaper must already aware about our service. Thus, the advertisement on newspaper will attract them more to know more about our service. For outdoor advertising, which is the billboard advertisement on roads and highways, we will start placing on October until December 2022. Lastly, direct marketing. We will use email by sending email to Tesco member who have a Tesco membership card on August until November 2022. Next, I will explain on control and evaluation. The tracking of consumer reviews through polls and surveys is one control put into place in every marketing plan. Thus, we will use Instagram polls as well as Google surveys to give the ability for the public to give their feedback regarding the new invented service, Tesco Drive Market. The reason why we choose Instagram is because many people, especially young adults, are using Instagram in their daily lives, so we can reach the target market there. Besides that, we will also use Google surveys to get feedback by sharing the link of Google survey to WhatsApp application or Telegram to people out there. Each marketing plan is structured to recognize the effects of the plan on the target market. Thus, we will evaluate the actual sales in the target market by comparing it to the marketing plan projections to see if there are any changes that need to be made. For instance, our target market is young adults until elderly. Then, we will monitor the sales made to that group. However, if the sales are down, we need to do further market research in order to get the factors
on why the target market is not fully responding to the marketing. That is all from us. Thank you for watching.